All right, class, good morning. This is Coach Lopez. I'm going to be giving you guys a video tutorial on how to complete today's assignment, which is SS1, which stands for spreadsheet number one. Okay. I'm not going to go ahead and read all the instructions step by step because you guys know how to do that. But basically, in a nutshell, this is what you need to do. You will need to follow these instructions to complete this spreadsheet. Now, this spreadsheet, the title of it is Cross Country Times for September. So basically, what you're going to learn how to do is create a spreadsheet for a cross country team. These are the names of the athletes, and these are the dates that they each that they ran, and these are the times each one of those athletes ran. For example, Laura Gonzalez on September 7th ran in 11.3, and so forth and so forth. Right. All of this information is given to you. What you will need to do is, besides typing it all out, you will need to find the average for Laura Gonzalez, the average for Jill Moore, for Sally Pruitt, and so forth. Okay, and you're going to put the average on column F. At the bottom over here, you will use another formula to find the number of athletes running. You will notice that each week there's one student missing, right? For example, Kelly Bishop did not run on September 7th. Sally Pruitt did not run on September 14th, and so forth. You will use a formula to find the number of athletes running. Then you use another formula to find the team average, the best time, and the worst time. Okay, so it's going to be very easy, and it sounds complicated, but Microsoft Excel makes it very easy for you to find those averages and those times. Okay, so the first step is going to be for you to actually open up Microsoft Excel and type in this information that is already given to you, right? So what you're going to do is you're going to go to Microsoft Excel. You're going to go ahead and open this up and actually just literally just start typing out what's right here. So for example, starting with A1, I'm going to type out cross country times for September. Okay. Obviously, it's in all caps, so I'm going to put in all caps and type it in cross country times for September. Now, at this point, I don't need you to worry about making the columns wider or anything like that, okay? So now, then you go on to type in the next one, which is name, September 7th, 14th, 21st, 28th, right? So here, you're going to type in name, September 7th, September 14th. Now, I want you to keep in mind that all you need to do is type out two of them, and you've already established a series. From there, you highlight both of those times, you click on that bottom right corner, you click and drag, and you can just create two more. And then here, of course, it's going to be the average. Now, you have to type in this information. Now, in Microsoft Excel, the easiest way to type everything in is if you actually type down. For example, you would type Laura Gonzalez and then you hit enter, then Joe Moore, enter, Sally Pruitt, and so forth and so forth. It's a lot easier to do it that way. Okay, so okay, let me see. I think I have. Okay, so I went ahead and opened up a spreadsheet that I had already typed out just to make it a little bit quicker, right? So once you type everything out, this is what it's going to look. Now, if you follow all of the instructions that were given to you here, in essence, this is what's going to happen. First thing you're going to do is you're going to highlight from F1 all the way to A1, and you're going to merge and center. You're also going to make that size 16 and you are going to make it bold. Then it's going to ask you to add 3 rows underneath the title. So you click on the number 2, not right here, but on the actual number 2, and you highlight 3 entire rows. And all you have to do is right click, insert, and you've already inserted some space in there between. Here, you also need to bold, and underline. Okay. Now, I do want you to notice that the data here is not aligned with the title. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to highlight all of that and I'm going to center it. Now here I already have the averages, but obviously you don't have the averages and you don't have that information right there, but it's going to be very simple for you guys to find this. And let me show you how to do that. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with the average. If you click on F6, you're going to highlight this cell because that's where you want your answer to go. Now you're going to go to formulas. Under formulas, there's this sigma right here. You click on the drop down arrow to give you more options. You can scroll down to obviously the one that says average. So you go ahead and click on average and you'll see that it automatically highlights the numbers for you. But if it didn't, then all you have to do is just highlight the numbers that you want to average out. And you go ahead and click enter. And there it is. It gives you the average for you. Let me show you one more time. First, you select where you want your answer to go. Then you go to formulas, average, highlight the numbers you want to average, and click enter. It's really that simple. Now, you don't have to repeat all of the steps over and over. All you have to do is just do one of them. And after you do one of them, you can actually use a feature which is to copy the formula down. So you click on this little corner right here, drag it down, and it actually copies the formula down. Now, some of you guys may get something that looks more like this, right? Okay, so if you get a lot of numbers like that, it's very easy to fix. If you go to the Home tab, under the number group, there is this function right here, which is to increase decimal or decrease decimal. And all you have to do is just click here until you get the correct decimal that you're looking for. Okay, so now we're gonna go to find the number of athletes running. It's the same function, right? So you're going to click here that's where you want your answer to go. You're going to get a formulas. Now we're going to stick right now, it's got a bunch of different formulas, but right now we're going to stick to these formulas right now. So the formula to find the number of athletes running is called count. So we're going to click here on count. And then just highlight all the area that we want to count and then click enter. You don't want to use add because we're not adding the times. We're just counting how many people actually ran. Once again, once you complete one, all you have to do is highlight, click and drag, and then it completes the other ones for you. Now we're going to do team average. Average, highlight. You need to be careful not to highlight number 13. And then click enter. Once again, I can click and drag and copy my formula across and it's going to finish it for me. Here's an example of the decimal places that I was telling you. In order to fix that, once again, all you do is click on the Home tab. You have to have them highlighted, of course, and then you go to the number group and just decrease the decimal place. Okay, now to find the best time, once again, we go to formulas. We go back here to this auto sum, click on the drop down arrow. Now, which one of the formulas are we going to use to find the best time? If you're a runner, the best time is going to be the minimum, right? So you're going to click min, you highlight the times that you want, and you click enter. So now it tells you here that the best time was an 11.2. Once again, you click and drag and you can copy that formula across. Now the worst time, it's going to be max, highlight, and enter. Simple as that. And oops, we are going to click and drag across to copy that formula. Now, another thing that it asks you to do is we want to separate the names from the formulas that we're trying to find, right? So you're going to highlight that area right there, and you're going to go to the Home tab, and you're going to click on this drop-down arrow, and you're going to do because it's top and bottom. Okay, so you can do bottom. Double bottom. No, we'll highlight, sorry, right underneath Connie Cloud, and we'll click here and we'll do bottom double border. Okay, and then also you click and highlight this area right here. You're going to bold that and click and highlight here, and you're going to bold that. And that's pretty much it. This is how you complete your spreadsheet. If you click on the File tab and go to Print Preview, okay, it should be in the middle, meaning the area or the space that you have on the left margin and the right margin should be the same. If it's not, this is how you fix it very quickly. You're going to go to the Page Layout tab. Under Page Setup, you open that up. And let me see, under margins, you click on the margins tab. Right here at the bottom, you're going to see center on page, and you can center horizontally. That's it. You just make sure that that's checked. Click OK. And this is how you complete the first part of that spreadsheet. That second part of the spreadsheet is going to be a formula view. Now, if we were in the classroom, we would actually print this out first before changing it to formula view. Now, what formula view does is, if you click on formula, you click show formulas. It actually shows you which cells actually contain a formula. The reason we want to do that is because if people know the answer, for example, to number of athletes running, they can simply just type out the number 13 and not actually create the formula. So what I want you guys to do is you're going to submit two different files. One of them is going to be regular view, and the other one's going to be the formula view. Now you will see that once you click on formula view, it doesn't fit on one page. If you see right here, you can see that it actually has gone onto 2 pages, right? Reason for that is because obviously that formula takes a little bit more space. So a quick, easy fix for that would be 2 things. Number 1 would be to change the orientation. So if you go to page layout, under orientation, you would change that to landscape. Now here it makes for most of it fit, but it still doesn't quite fit. So what you would want to do is double click between the columns. Whenever you double click there, what it's going to do is going to make the column smaller or larger depending on your information on there. In this case, it made it smaller and it makes it perfectly a good fit and fits on one page. If I were to print this page out right now, now you will see that it fits all in one page. Once you do this, go ahead and save this as SS1-formula view and submit both of them onto Google Classroom. And that's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions, feel free to send me questions via Google Classroom. All right, well, you guys have a great day.